Your body has been trying to tell you something, not through words, not through obvious illness, but through strange sensations you can't quite explain, feelings that come and go without warning, physical experiences that seem disconnected from anything happening in your external life. That sudden heaviness that washes over you in the middle of an ordinary day. That unexplained tension in your shoulders that no massage can release. That odd fluttering in your chest when nothing scary is happening. That exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. You've probably dismissed these sensations, or worried something was wrong with you, or simply pushed through and ignored what your body was trying to communicate. But what if I told you that these strange physical experiences aren't random? What if they're actually signals, messages from the deepest part of yourself, indicating that something profound is happening beneath the surface? Today, we're going to decode 6 specific sensations that your body produces when you're in the process of outgrowing your past self. These aren't symptoms of something going wrong. They're signs that something is going very, very right. You're not falling apart. You're being rebuilt. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your body has been trying to tell you all along. So if you've been experiencing things you can't explain, things that make you wonder if something is wrong, stay with me, because your body is speaking, and it's time you learned its language. Before we dive into the 6 sensations, we need to understand something fundamental about how your body and mind are connected. Because once you understand this, everything else will make sense. For decades, Western thinking separated the mind and body into 2 distinct categories. The mind was for thinking and feeling. The body was just the vehicle that carried the mind around. But modern research has completely shattered this separation. We now know that your body and mind are not separate systems. They're one integrated whole. Every thought you think creates a physical response in your body. Every emotion you feel has a corresponding sensation somewhere in your physical form. And perhaps most importantly, every major psychological shift, every transformation in how you see yourself and the world, creates ripples throughout your entire physical system. Your nervous system, your hormonal system, your muscular system, your digestive system, they're all listening to what's happening in your psyche. And when something significant changes on the inside, your body responds. This is why major life transitions often come with physical symptoms. It's why grief can cause physical pain. It's why stress shows up in your shoulders, your stomach, your jaw. It's why liberation and growth create sensations just as real as fear and contraction. Your body is not separate from your personal evolution. It's an active participant in it. So when you begin to outgrow your past self, when the old identity starts to dissolve and something new begins to emerge, your body doesn't just sit quietly on the sidelines. It reacts, it adjusts, it communicates. And if you don't understand what it's saying, you might mistake transformation for trouble. You might think something is wrong when actually something is profoundly right. Let's look at the 6 sensations that signal you're in the middle of this profound shift. The first sensation is one that almost everyone in transformation experiences, yet almost no one correctly interprets: unexplained exhaustion. I'm not talking about being tired after a long day. I'm not talking about the fatigue that comes from poor sleep or physical exertion. I'm talking about a bone-deep tiredness that seems to have no logical cause. You slept enough hours. You haven't done anything particularly strenuous. Your life on the surface looks manageable, and yet you feel exhausted in a way that rest doesn't seem to touch. This type of exhaustion often leads people to worry. They go to doctors. They get blood tests. They wonder if something is wrong with their thyroid, or their iron levels, or their adrenal glands. And sometimes those tests come back normal. Everything looks fine on paper, but you're still profoundly tired. Here's what's actually happening. Transformation is expensive, not financially, energetically. When you're in the process of outgrowing your past self, Your psyche is doing enormous work beneath the surface. It's dismantling old belief systems. It's releasing emotional patterns that have been stored for years or decades. It's rewiring neural pathways that have been entrenched since childhood. It's building new frameworks for understanding yourself and the world. This work is invisible. You can't see it happening, but it requires massive amounts of energy. Think about what happens when your body is fighting an infection. You feel tired, right? You need more rest. Your body diverts energy away from normal activities toward the work of healing. Psychological transformation works exactly the same way. Your system is diverting energy toward the massive internal project of rebuilding who you are. That energy has to come from somewhere, and so your normal reserves feel depleted. You feel tired not because something is wrong, but because something significant is happening. So what do you do with this information? First, stop fighting the exhaustion. Stop trying to push through it with more caffeine or more willpower. Your body is asking for rest because it genuinely needs rest. Honor that request. Second, understand that this phase is temporary. The exhaustion of transformation is not your new permanent state. It's a season. As the major internal work completes, your energy will return, often at higher levels than before. Third, reduce external demands where possible. This is not the time to take on new projects, overcommit socially, or push yourself to achieve more. This is the time to create space, to simplify, to let your energy go where it needs to go. Your exhaustion is not weakness. It's evidence of profound internal work. Rest is not laziness right now. It's cooperation with your own evolution. The second sensation is mysterious muscle tension or physical tightness that seems to appear out of nowhere and resist normal remedies. Maybe it's your shoulders that feel like they're made of concrete. Maybe it's your jaw that you keep finding clenched. Maybe it's your lower back that aches without any injury. Maybe it's your hips that feel locked and immobile. You haven't done anything to cause this tension. You haven't lifted anything heavy or slept in a strange position. The tension just appears, persists, and doesn't respond to the usual fixes. Stretching helps temporarily, but it comes back. Massage provides relief, but it returns. You can't find a physical cause because the cause isn't purely physical. Here's what you need to understand. Your body stores experience, not just in your memory, but in your actual tissues. Emotions that weren't fully processed get held in your physical form. Experiences that were too overwhelming to fully feel get stored in your muscles, your fascia, your joints. This isn't metaphorical. This is physiological reality that researchers have documented extensively. Certain areas of the body tend to hold certain types of experience. The shoulders often hold responsibility, the weight of carrying too much. The jaw often holds things we wanted to say but couldn't, words we swallowed. The hips often hold old fear and the energy of wanting to run. The chest often holds grief and heartbreak. The stomach often holds anxiety and dread. When you begin to outgrow your past self, these stored experiences start to release. The old emotional residue begins to move, and as it moves, you feel it. That tension you're experiencing is often old emotion in the process of leaving your body. It's not new tension arriving. It's old tension finally being acknowledged so it can depart. What do you do with this? First, stop trying to immediately fix it. The impulse to make the discomfort go away as quickly as possible is understandable, but sometimes the sensation needs to be felt, not fixed. Second, get curious about what might be stored there. When you notice the tension, ask yourself gently, what might this be about? What old weight might my shoulders be ready to put down? What old words might my jaw be ready to release? You don't have to force answers. Sometimes just asking the question with genuine curiosity allows something to shift. Third, support the release through gentle movement. Not aggressive stretching or forceful exercise, but gentle, mindful movement that invites the body to let go at its own pace. Walking in nature, gentle stretching with deep breathing, allowing your body to move freely without structure. These create conditions where stored tension can release naturally. Your body is not breaking down, it's letting go. And that's a very different thing. The third sensation involves changes to your sleep that seem to defy your normal patterns. Maybe you're waking up at strange hours, particularly between 2 and 4 in the morning. Maybe you're having unusually vivid or intense dreams. Maybe you're sleeping much more than usual. Maybe you can't sleep even though you're exhausted. Sleep is one of the first things that gets disrupted during major internal transformation. And there's a good reason for this. Sleep is when your brain processes experience. It's when memories get consolidated. It's when emotional residue gets sorted through. It's when your unconscious mind does its most significant work. When you're outgrowing your past self, there's an enormous amount of processing that needs to happen. Old experiences need to be re-evaluated from your new perspective. Old beliefs need to be examined and updated. Old patterns need to be unwound. Your sleeping brain is working overtime, and sometimes that work spills over into your waking awareness. Waking up in the middle of the night often happens when your unconscious mind has hit something significant, something that wants your conscious attention. It's as if your deeper self is tapping you on the shoulder, saying there's something here worth noticing. Vivid dreams are often your psyche's way of processing material symbolically, working through themes and experiences in the language of imagery and narrative. These dreams might feature old places, old people, situations that represent something from your past. They're not random, they're processing. Excessive sleepiness often indicates that your system needs more time in that processing state. Your body is requesting more sleep because there's more work to be done there. Insomnia, paradoxically, sometimes happens when there's so much arising that your system becomes overstimulated. The unconscious work starts creating too much activation, making it difficult to relax into sleep. What do you do with disrupted sleep? First, don't panic about it. Sleep disruption during transformation is normal. Fighting against it or worrying intensely about it often makes it worse. Second, keep a journal by your bed. When you wake up in the night, or when you have a vivid dream, write down what you remember. Don't analyze it immediately. Just capture it. Over time, patterns may emerge that help you understand what your psyche is processing. Third, support your nervous system during the day. The calmer your nervous system is while awake, the easier time it has doing its processing work during sleep. Reduce stimulation in the hours before bed. Avoid screens, intense content, difficult conversations. Create conditions for your system to settle. Your disrupted sleep is not a problem to be solved. It's a process to be supported. Your mind is doing profound work in the night hours. Trust that process even when it's inconvenient. The fourth sensation takes place in your gut, and it's one that people rarely connect to psychological transformation. Changes in digestion. Maybe your appetite has shifted dramatically, either disappearing or intensifying. Maybe you're experiencing digestive discomfort without any dietary changes. Maybe certain foods you used to tolerate now don't agree with you. Maybe your stomach feels unsettled for no apparent reason. Here's something that might surprise you. Your gut contains approximately 500 million neurons. It has its own independent nervous system, so sophisticated that scientists call it the second brain. This second brain doesn't just digest food. It communicates directly with your actual brain. It produces neurotransmitters. It influences your mood, your thoughts, your emotional state. The gut-brain connection is not metaphorical. It's physical. It's neurological. It's chemical. When something significant shifts in your psychological world, your gut responds. When old emotional material begins to move, your digestive system feels it. When your identity starts to transform, the gut is one of the first places to register the change. This is why people get butterflies when they're nervous. It's why grief can cause nausea. It's why anxiety often shows up as stomach problems. It's why major life changes frequently coincide with digestive disruption. Your gut is not separate from your psychological evolution. It's intimately involved in it. Loss of appetite during transformation often indicates that your system is prioritizing other processes. Digestion takes significant energy. When that energy is being redirected toward internal restructuring, hunger signals diminish. Increased appetite sometimes happens as well, particularly cravings for comfort or grounding foods. Your body is looking for stability during an unstable time. Digestive discomfort without dietary cause is often the gut responding to emotional material that's moving through. The same way your muscles can hold tension from old experience, your gut can hold old anxiety, old dread, old fear. As that material releases, you feel it in your stomach. What do you do with digestive changes during transformation? First, be gentle with your diet. This isn't the time for extreme eating experiments or rigid dietary rules. Eat simple, nourishing foods that don't challenge your system. Second, pay attention to what your body is asking for. If you're not hungry, don't force yourself to eat large meals. If you're craving certain foods, consider whether those cravings might be pointing towards something your body needs. Third, understand the connection between gut feelings and actual feelings. When your stomach is unsettled, ask yourself what might be unsettled emotionally. When your digestion feels blocked, ask what might be blocked in your life. Your gut is giving you information. Learn to read it. The fifth sensation is one that can be alarming if you don't understand what's happening. Unusual sensations in your heart and chest. Maybe your heart occasionally races for no reason. Maybe you feel a fluttering sensation in your chest. Maybe there's an ache in your heart area that isn't physical pain. Maybe your chest feels tight or conversely unexpectedly open. Let me be clear about something important. If you're experiencing significant heart symptoms, especially pain, pressure, or concerning physical symptoms, please consult with a medical professional to rule out any physical issues. What I'm describing here are the subtle sensations that remain unexplained even after medical causes have been ruled out. When your physical heart has been given a clean bill of health and you're still experiencing these sensations, something else is likely happening. Your heart area, your chest, is where you experience some of your deepest emotions. This is why we speak of broken hearts, heavy hearts, hearts full of joy. These aren't just expressions. They're descriptions of actual felt experience in the chest. The chest area holds love. It holds grief. It holds connection and loss. It holds the deepest truths about what matters to you. When you're outgrowing your past self, this area activates. Old heartbreak that was never fully processed may begin to surface. Old love that was buried may rise up. The grief of who you used to be may settle in your chest. The expansion of who you're becoming may make your heart feel like it's literally growing larger. That racing heart, when no physical cause exists, is often your system processing something significant. It's the physiological component of emotion moving through. That fluttering sensation is often excitement mixed with fear, the combination that accompanies any major life change. That ache is often grief, not for something bad, but for something that's ending. Even positive transformation involves loss. You're losing who you used to be. That loss is real, and it registers in your heart. That sense of unexpected openness in your chest is often the result of old protective walls coming down. When you've guarded your heart for a long time and those guards begin to relax, the sensation is unmistakable, vulnerable, exposed, but also more alive. What do you do with heart sensations during transformation? First, as mentioned, rule out physical causes. Get checked if you're concerned. Peace of mind matters. Second, once cleared medically, Understand these sensations as emotional rather than physical. Ask yourself what your heart might be processing, what love is moving, what grief is surfacing, what protection is relaxing. Third, place your hand on your heart and breathe deeply when these sensations arise. This simple gesture activates your body's calming response and sends a message of safety to your system. It tells your heart, I'm here, I'm listening, it's safe to feel this. Your heart is not malfunctioning. It's participating in your transformation. Honor what it's showing you. The sixth sensation is perhaps the most unexpected. Changes in your skin or overall sensitivity. Maybe your skin is more reactive than usual. Maybe you're more sensitive to temperature, to fabrics, to environmental stimuli. Maybe you're experiencing unexplained skin issues that appear and disappear. Maybe you feel things more intensely, as if your nerve endings are more exposed. Your skin is your largest organ. It's also your boundary with the world. It's where you end and everything else begins. It's the interface between your internal reality and external reality. When your internal reality is shifting dramatically, this boundary gets affected. Increased sensitivity during transformation is extremely common. As old psychological armor comes down, as walls that protected you begin to soften, you become more permeable. You feel things more, not just emotionally but physically. Sounds seem louder, lights seem brighter, touches feel more intense. This increased sensitivity is not dysfunction. It's what happens when you stop numbing. For years, perhaps decades, you may have developed ways of dampening your experience, ways of not feeling too much, ways of protecting yourself from being overwhelmed. As you transform, these dampening mechanisms relax, and suddenly you're feeling everything more intensely. This can be overwhelming at first, but it's also a sign that you're coming back to life, that you're reconnecting with your full capacity to experience, that you're no longer willing to live at half volume. Skin reactions specifically often have an emotional component. The skin reveals. It shows what's happening beneath the surface. When internal emotional material is moving, the skin sometimes responds. Unexplained rashes, breakouts, or sensitivities that appear during transformation are often the body's way of externalizing internal process. What's happening inside is literally becoming visible outside. What do you do with sensitivity changes? First, reduce unnecessary stimulation. If your system is more sensitive right now, don't force it to handle as much input as it did before. Create quiet. Create softness. Create gentleness in your environment. Second, take care of your skin with intention. Recognize it as a participant in your transformation, not just a surface. Treat it gently. What you put on your skin matters more right now. Third, understand that increased sensitivity is ultimately a gift. Yes, it can be uncomfortable. Yes, it can feel like too much. But it means you're coming back online. You're reclaiming the capacity to fully experience your life. The numbness is lifting. And what's underneath is a person who feels everything more deeply. Now that we've covered the 6 sensations, I want to step back and talk about what your body is really communicating through all of this. Because it's not just random noise. It's not just inconvenient symptoms to be managed. Your body is giving you a message, and the message is this. Something real is happening. You are not imagining your transformation. You are not being dramatic about the changes you feel. The shift you sense in yourself is genuine, and it's so significant that your entire physical system is responding to it. In a world that often dismisses inner experience, your body is providing evidence. Evidence that this is real. Evidence that the old you is genuinely dissolving. Evidence that a new version is genuinely emerging. Your body is also telling you to slow down. Almost every sensation we've discussed is made worse by pushing harder, doing more, ignoring what's happening. And almost every sensation is eased by slowing down, creating space, allowing the process. Your body is saying, this is not the time for business as usual. This is a sacred time of transition. Treat it accordingly. Your body is telling you to listen. For perhaps the first time in your life, You're being asked to develop a relationship with your physical form that goes beyond utility, beyond seeing your body as a machine that should just function correctly, into seeing your body as a partner in your evolution, a wise guide with its own intelligence, a participant in your transformation, not just a passive vehicle for it. And finally, your body is telling you that you're going to be okay. These sensations, as strange as they are not signs of breakdown. They're signs of breakthrough. They're not evidence of something wrong. They're evidence of something profoundly right. Your body doesn't produce these signals when nothing is happening. It produces them precisely because something significant is underway. Let me give you some practical guidance for supporting your body through this process. First, prioritize rest without guilt. Your body is working hard even when you're not moving. The internal work of transformation is exhausting even when you're lying still. Rest is not laziness during this time. Rest is cooperation with the process. Give yourself permission to sleep more, to do less, to create space. Second, move gently but consistently. Your body needs movement, but not the aggressive, punishing kind. Gentle walking, stretching, movement that feels nurturing rather than demanding. This helps stored tension release. It helps energy flow. It helps your body process what's happening. Third, reduce stimulation. This is not the time for more input. Less social media. Fewer overwhelming conversations. Less noise, less intensity, less demand. Your system is already processing an enormous amount. Don't add to the load. Fourth, nourish yourself appropriately. Simple whole foods. Adequate water. Whatever genuinely makes your body feel supported. This isn't about perfect eating. It's about not making your body's job harder while it's doing important work. Fifth, spend time in nature. There's something about natural environments that supports the nervous system during transition. Trees, water, earth, sky, these elements have a regulating effect that artificial environments cannot replicate. Even small doses matter. A few minutes outside, a brief walk in a park, sitting near a window with a view of trees. Sixth, develop a practice of checking in. Multiple times throughout your day, pause. Place your attention on your body. Notice what sensations are present, not to fix them, not to judge them, just to acknowledge them. This simple practice of noticing builds the relationship between your conscious mind and your body's wisdom. It tells your body, I'm listening. And when your body feels heard, it can do its work more easily. I want to leave you with a picture of what's on the other side of this. Because when you're in the middle of transformation, when the strange sensations are happening and everything feels uncertain, it's easy to lose sight of where this is heading. On the other side of outgrowing your past self is a new version of you, a version that is more aligned with who you really are, a version that has shed the weight of patterns that no longer serve you, a version that has released stored tension and old emotional residue, a version that is more present, more alive, more fully yourself. The exhaustion will transform into sustainable energy. The tension will release into ease. The disrupted sleep will settle into restoration. The digestive disturbance will resolve into nourishment. The heart sensations will integrate into deeper feeling. The sensitivity will balance into aliveness. What you're going through right now is not permanent. It's a passage, a tunnel between who you were and who you're becoming. And tunnels, by definition, have an end. You will emerge, and when you do, you'll understand why the journey required what it required. You'll look back at these strange sensations with gratitude, because they were the signals that told you something real was happening. They were the evidence of your own evolution. So the next time your body speaks in its strange language, the next time you experience a sensation you can't quite explain, I want you to pause. I want you to place your hand on that place and breathe. And I want you to say, perhaps silently, I hear you, I trust you, I'm listening. Your body has been your faithful companion through every experience of your life. It has carried you through everything, and now it's carrying you through transformation. It deserves your attention. It deserves your care. It deserves your trust. You are not falling apart. You are being restructured. You are not breaking down. You are breaking through. And your body is not working against you. It's working with you, for you, toward the version of yourself that's waiting on the other side. Trust the process. Trust your body. Trust yourself. The transformation is real, and you are going to be more than okay. You're going to be more yourself than you've ever been. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who's going through their own transformation. Sometimes just knowing that what they're experiencing is normal can change everything. And if you're in the middle of this process right now, know that you're not alone. Countless people throughout history have walked this path of outgrowing who they were to become who they were meant to be. You're part of that timeless journey now, and your body is proving it with every strange sensation it produces. Healing is happening, growth is real, and your body knows it before your mind catches up. Listen to it. It's been speaking all along.